Welcome back to counting the Omer 5786. This is the count for the 30th of April in the evening or throughout the day in the 1st of May until sunset. Let's start with the blessing for this mitzvah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctifies us with mitzvot and commands us concerning the counting of the Omer. Hayom tisha v'esrim yom shehem arba'a shvuot v'yom echad la'omer. Today is day 29, which is 4 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. Chasin chesed shebehod tenachem. O Mighty One, the kindness within splendor, may you comfort them. Now, before we dig into what all of this means, let's say a blessing for Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who makes us holy through mitzvot and who commanded us to get busy with words of Torah. We are now in the 5th week of the counting of the Omer, which corresponds to Hod, splendor. And this is the first day of that week, which corresponds to Chesed, loving kindness and mercy. So, since it's the beginning of the week for Hod, let's dig a bit deeper into what Hod really means. Hod is one of the words that is kind of difficult to translate from Hebrew to English. And so there are actually a bunch of different words that it gets translated as. And if you want to get a feel for it, you got to kind of take all those different things and bring them together. So a familiar way that you've already seen is Hod being translated as splendor or majesty. This is the most common translation of this word in Tanakh, and it refers to the visible glory of Hashem, of God. Beauty. So Tiferet is usually translated as beauty, but Hod is a specific type of aesthetic, the ornamental beauty that strikes the beholder. It can also be translated as a resonance or an echo. In a more philosophical sense, if Netzach is the strike, then Hod is the vibration or the echo that follows. I really like this way of thinking about it, especially because it connects in with the root, which we'll get to in just a moment. Submission or humility. This is the primary translation used in the Musar, which is an ethical practice that works on different aspects of your personality to try to improve them, to make yourself a better person. And also in Hasidic traditions, like in the book The Tanya. It refers to yielding the ego. Acknowledgement or gratitude. This one is actually the most connected to the root of the word and its verbal relatives, which we're about to get into. So this word is directly related to the word todah, which means thank you. When you say todah, you're acknowledging the kindness of another. You're yielding the claim that you did it all yourself. Lehodot is the verb form to thank, but also to admit or to confess. In the Amidah, we say, Modim anachnu lach. We acknowledge you, we thank you. Yehudi, the word Jew, is actually from this very same root. When Leah gave birth to her 4th son, she said, this time I will thank or I will praise Hashem. And she called him Yehuda. To be a Jew, by definition, is to be an acknowledger or one who thanks. Another word that comes from this root is hoda'ah, which to me, from an English perspective, the translation feels very strange, but it is a legal or formal confession or admission. So again, this goes back to that idea of acknowledgement. So I really like this idea of echo because to me, it fits in with that idea of an acknowledgement of something that has happened. Last week, we explored the push of endurance, and this week we're exploring something that comes after the push, something to be grateful for, something that rings out, something that shines forth like the reflection of the sun's light on the moon. The sun's light hits the moon, and then the reflection is the acknowledgement that the sun hit the moon. Imagine that you're standing on the edge of a canyon and someone far away shouted, "I love you," into the canyon. They were too far away and you didn't hear them, but you hear the echo of their voice as it bounces off the canyon walls. That is chesed shebahod. Loving kindness in humility. The image of someone, their outward identity, isn't the actual things that they do or even really who they are. It's kind of like an echo of who they are. This could be said about your inward identity as well. It's kind of an echo of your ancestors, an echo of your experiences, an echo of the people and the things that you love, an echo of all the things that you've done. It's not those things exactly. It's kind of the combination of all of them in the way that they affect who you are and what your identity is together, all wrapped up. A humble identity is a clear echo. It's not distorted with grandeur or with debasement. And loving kindness inside of that identity is all the good stuff, all the kindness and care and sweetness of who you are, or the identity of whichever person we're talking about. It's not the whole echo, but if you imagine that the echo is a whole sound spectrum, or can be within a whole sound spectrum, if you were to take just the vibrations from this point to this point and say these are the vibrations of humility, right? These are the vibrations of loving kindness. That's what I meant to say. These are the vibrations of loving kindness. This is the sound area within the spectrum that relates to loving kindness. That would be a true expression of this part of the overall echo. Thanks so much for studying with me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow. But also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments here, or you can join the school community and join the classroom over there and share longer form writings, journal entries, your thoughts and ideas, or even engage in conversation with other students about today's video or any of the other videos that I've posted so far or through the rest of the Omer. Thanks so much for coming. See you tomorrow.